Hey you guys, okay, so it's officially fall. I wanted to show you around my house the little cutesy things that I got for Halloween and how I've decorated my foyer for fall, my front porch mainly, but kind of like my whole philosophy on that, my whole timeline of holiday decorating in general, which has kind of evolved and might have even changed since I talked about it last, as it should, you kind of like through trial and error. To show you around some little things, I have got a game-changing tip for real moms, how to keep them alive. I'm going to show you what I'm doing this year, which is a little different. These are amazing. I'm so excited. And I got a few new pieces of jewelry. I know it's funny. It's like, let me show you my fall decorations around my house. And also, let's talk about jewelry. But I did get a really good, but I really got some good pieces lately. And a really good tip for shopping at this website. This is not sponsored at all, but something that was just like mind-blowing. And I shared it in a video a while back of how you can get like points on this website that you don't even, if you've ordered anything from this website, like you've got points to use and you don't even know it. And all these people have DM'd me and they're like, oh my gosh, I had like $100 to spend. I had $200 to spend. I had so many rewards. It happened to me. We'll talk about that. A few new pieces of jewelry from other places and just what I'm wearing today. And a few new little things that I've kind of layered in for fall that are affordable. We did a video, gosh, I don't even know, like several weeks ago where I was showing you kind of a haul of some little things that I had picked up for Halloween, like some little decorative items. It's way too early to decorate then. I was just kind of showing you some things I got. So if you picked up those items, now I've actually decorated with them and you can kind of see them in action. I'm going to show you how I kind of like am going to decorate these on my porch because I haven't put these out there yet. This is not going to be one of those videos that you see where someone has fully organized, or TikTok or a little short thing where someone's fully organized. They've already done it all, but then they wipe it all and then they put everything back just to show you. I truly haven't put these on. Not that it matters, but my porch is decorated. I'm just going to show you, okay? I'm not like Martin Scorsese. I'm not doing the most. But I just can't wait to show you these. Okay, so let's get into the mom tip first, okay? If you have real moms, which I live in North Georgia. We get the most beautiful falls. The weather gets cool enough to have mums. Mums do not like heat and they love water. So when people are starting to sell them now, or your grocery store, you see them everywhere, I'm always so tempted by them and I buy them every year. And they just, even if you water them every day, they start looking a little dried up and gross. And you can say, oh no, they're just never as good. And I don't want to be just chained to these mums all every day, you know what I'm saying? And then you're just so sick of it. And they will come up every year. You can plant them in the ground, they'll come up every year. I don't love that look. I love the look of a mum in a container. So I always feel like it's wasteful. I always feel a little guilty when I get rid of them. And you think, okay, you might spend 30 bucks a mum or even 20 bucks and you bring them home. One's never enough, two's never enough. Doesn't matter how big, small your porch is. When you step back, it's always like, oh. It's like when you bring home pumpkins, from the pumpkin patch. You buy your little heirloom pumpkins and you put them out and you're like, it's just like, meh. And you feel like you have a bunch of them, but it just doesn't, and then of course the year goes and then of course like you start adding more and then it ends up being a small fortune. Then it's Halloween, then you're ready to decorate for Christmas and it's like, what am I doing with my life? I do feel, okay, and we'll get into the timeline of everything, but I feel like this, honestly, while these faux mums, which these are so beautiful. I don't like a faux plant. I don't like, listen, I do. I love faux things, okay? I'm not a snob when it comes to like, everything has to be, no. But it has to be a good one, okay? And I never considered getting faux mums. These are nice, okay? If they still have them, they are a little pricey, but I think for what I spent on all these, right, which is about how many I would want to make my porch look decent anyways, because that's the thing, you could spend 20 bucks on one or 20, and it's like, okay, that's sweet, but then you put it out and it's like, well, I feel like the $20 was a waste because it doesn't look, okay, and then you end up spending 100 bucks, buy all these other mums, and then it's like, so in a couple years, these will like, this is like girl math, right? The cost per use. But no, it's for real, okay? And I'm excited about these. I'll never have to buy mums again. I also have a tip with pumpkins like that. But these come like this with a hanger. I have it folded down, but you can hang them. That would be cute, whatever. But I had a time, okay, finding the vessels that would actually fit them, correctly. And I will link to these exact ones. I even got some that were a little taller. I'll link to the ones that I found, but I'll link to these exact mums, some similar ones. but I am very excited about them. I have a covered porch. I'm not gonna put them anywhere that's not covered. I might put a few on my back porch, like on our screened-in porch. But if you've got a covered area, or if you just wanna put them indoors somewhere, these are actually very beautiful and they don't look fake. So I got 2 white ones. I got this multicolored one, which is beautiful, and I just got one of these. I got 2 of this color, and you can see I just plopped them in this basket so that I'd have some different heights. This color is really beautiful. I'm just saying I like the look of it. I think for the look, I think that's good, and I'm gonna have these for years. I do have some fake pumpkins on my porch that I mixed in with some real pumpkins. I think that's the way to go, and there's years where I didn't buy real pumpkins at all. But these heirloom pumpkins, oh my gosh, they are so expensive. Buy your pumpkins, if you're gonna buy real ones from a grocery store, like just decorative ones. Take your kid to a bougie pumpkin patch or whatever where, you know, they're more expensive. Sorry, fuzz. And get them let them pick out like a carving pumpkin, you know? I mean, that's what I think most of us do, but you know, don't get sucked in at a pumpkin patch that's real nice and expensive and start loading up all these decorative pumpkins thinking, well, that's the look. If you see people that have these beautiful displays, I would say half to 3/4 of them are probably fake pumpkins. And I like that. I've had some since we lived at our old house. That's over 10 years ago. They've held up beautifully. I will link to similar ones I've kind of collected over the years. But that is a good way to go. So I do think that, you know, it can get a little much, but I do love decorating a porch. That's something I've stood by all year. Every year, even if I don't decorate the inside of my house for fall, the porch is always the vibe. So if you are going to do real mums, I saw this on Instagram and I thought, this woman is a genius. Well, then I Googled it because I was gonna show my mom and I couldn't find the actual video. So I Googled it and then I thought, okay, this isn't an original thing. Like, it's tons of people have done this, but I had never heard of this trick and I was shocked. So basically, if you buy real mums from a grocery store and you invest in that big, you know, pot of beautiful mums, small, big, small, whatever, get one of those, like those buckets like you'd wash a car with, you know, like those you get at Home Depot or Lowe's or whatever, or just any kind of bucket that is gonna hold it. If it's sold in a receptacle like this, you know, like where you have like the pretty outer, you know, or even like a little plasticky container, take that out where it's in just the perforated container, you know, the little plastic one, and you literally fill up the bucket, the clean bucket, with water, okay, whatever kind of bucket will hold your mum. Fill that up completely with water, and then you just drop the mum in and it will float on the top, and it wants that water all the time. Like, it needs to have constant water, and they say they'll stay, like if you lived in a climate where they would stay alive, they're like, they'll stay alive for like 6 months. I mean, you don't have to touch them, you don't have to do anything, just make sure the bucket's full. But I'm like, I mean, I'm sure the bucket would stay full all season, or maybe top it off every now and then. And then put the whole bucket into a basket like this or something really decorative. I just thought that was really cool. I mean, obviously something that's like safe for water just in case, but I thought that was a really, really good tip. So I'll link to these. I will link to the exact little baskets. And before we get started, let me go ahead and show you, and of course I've got like the jewelry to show too, but let me show you around quickly because I just don't think this is gonna like be a lot. But let's do the porch first. We'll do the decorations and then I'll show you the jewelry, okay? Because I just thought the jewelry's not enough to warrant its own video. It's something new I want to show y'all, and yeah, and I'm excited about all this cute stuff around the house. So on my porch, you can kind of see, which I'm kind of speaking in the future here because I haven't done this yet. I'm filming this after the fact. Where I put the mums, you don't have to be so symmetrical with them. I actually think it looks much better if you kind of just sprinkle them around. I have these magnolia wreaths that are so beautiful. These are such like a year-round beautiful thing. They read very fall, but then you can also leave them up for the holidays anytime. So I love a magnolia wreath. These are those fake pumpkins. There's a mix of white ones and different ones, but some of these white ones are real. But if you just sprinkle in some of those faux ones, it makes such a big impact when you do, you know, go and buy a few little other pumpkins to sprinkle in. And then, you know, the mums, again, just kind of do them in sort of like an asymmetrical vibe. And then, you know, over here, I kind of just put a little group in front of this little bush, which sometimes I'll plant little you know, seasonal things, or I'll make like a little bed, like in the spring that's like, what are they called? Yeah, just like flowers that you plant in the spring. I always get that wrong, not perennial. Maybe perennial, annual. Okay, I know. But things that you replant every year. You know, get some hay bales, some cute stuff. I don't know, there's years that I bought corn stalks. There's years that I've kind of just really done the most. And I find this is my happy medium of having like, you know, a lot of faux things, which I'm so excited about these now. And then kind of sprinkling in the real things. I'm so happy I don't ever have to buy mums anymore, but you know, you get the same look. And because that's the thing, I don't particularly enjoy the real ones. I don't like the upkeep. I don't like how they look after a week, even when you do care for them and they just get gross. But I just really, truly, I think this is the way to go. And again, you're gonna spend this once and you will have these forever if you take care of them. And that's kind of my vibe. I think, you know, you might, oh, well, it's better to just buy, you know, I want to say with Christmas trees, that's a whole preference. A real Christmas tree or this, that I would rather invest in really nice one I can have for a long time. But it's different. It's to each his own, like whatever you want to do. And I'm sure I'll buy real mums again at some point if I get tempted. But I just really love these. And I think these are going to look really, really nice. And again, I'll link to similar items and things like that. But just have fun with your porch. I think that's where I've really always kind of enjoyed doing things. And especially like with my daughter, we always get out there, you know, if we buy the pumpkins, I stack them up on the sidewalk, and then she always comes out and helps me put them, and she placed a lot of those, you know, like she likes doing that. And so anyways, inside the house, you can kind of see like, you know, just different areas. I don't have the most. Okay, I got my little ghost pillow. I will be honest, the thing that I showed you guys with the birds and the sticks in my last Halloween video a couple weeks ago, watch that if you want to see that. So cute and beautiful, but it did kind of creep me out, which I guess is the point of Halloween decor. If you like the whole like being creeped out thing, I don't. Like, I like some spooky things, but I don't want like, you know, taxidermied looking birds in my house. That's not my thing. It kind of would give me chills, and the fam wasn't into those. They didn't like the claws and the little feathers that were, but I mean, they're cute. So yeah, I'll link to that little pillow. Love that little ghost. And you know, I don't know, you guys, in here, I didn't really do a lot. I have this little candle, which I don't know if you can see over there. It's that beautiful one from Bath & Body Works that I love. This piece of furniture, I don't want to say it's having a moment, but we talked about it like a couple weeks ago. I posted about this a year or two ago when I got it. It's a really long piece. Got this from Target. I have the tall one in our powder room, like with some cute stuff on it for some storage. But this is 3 pieces that I put together, and I really was kind of proud of that. And I was like, this is cool, because originally I just bought 2. Now Target's gotten the memo. Target, you're welcome. And they've like made a bigger piece, you know, and it's like they call it like a TV stand, but you see people using them as dining room consoles. But when you put a lamp on each side, it still looks too small. I would say the way to go is to buy 3 of these singular pieces. It's so much more versatile, and it just looks better behind a table. The other one just, I feel, is a little small. But I'd say do that one that they sell, which I'll link to. The short, long one that's really just the equivalent of 2 of these pieces. So mine's like 1 more of those, so it's longer. If you want to get that other one, the TV stand, which I'll link to, the one called the TV stand or TV cabinet, you truly use it as a TV cabinet, and then you could buy like 2 of the tall ones to put on each. That would be a real cool move. Okay, put your TV on the wall, maybe. That'd be so. I wouldn't use that one in a dining room. If you want to use it as a console, like in a dining room, I would use 3 pieces. Unless if you have like a small dining room with a small round table that maybe fits 4 people, and then you want to put the other one behind it. But even so, even if you've got a smaller dining room table, I still think that's the way to go. So I don't know, I really love that. And something about that, it doesn't not like fall, but it's just, you know, have like some different like natural elements in there, like some wood things and some different things, and it just feels cozy, and I love the colors. And speaking of colors and being cozy, I did change out my pillows in here, which again, like I don't like doing that on a couch. You know, add a holiday pillow, add this. But I don't always think like, okay, if you want to change up a room, do everything neutral and then just add tons of pillows. Sometimes that can look a little unbalanced if you don't have another element of that color in the room. But I do think that pillows are a good way to go. But in a dining room, I do think that pillows are kind of like underestimated as far as like changing the whole look. I have those yellow ones that I absolutely love. I love those like in the summer, the spring, even kind of going into fall. These were like 20 bucks a piece, and they are like that perfect sort of brownish tan. I don't know, I'm really into this color. It kind of pulls from like some of the art that I have over there, and I think it's really pretty in here and really nice on these chairs. So yeah, I really like that color. Look what I'm wearing. I'll link to this. Love this sweater. But that's kind of the different vibe in here. And you know, I just love textures. I think that adding like textural elements, even if they don't really read fall, you don't have to be so specific about, oh, for fall I have to put orange leaves out, I have to put something that looks like a pumpkin. You know, a lot of things that you have all the time. That's why this boucle fabric, you know, that's on these round chairs that I have and on these pillows. And my bed is boucle. That's why it's such, I would say, a trending thing. It's not that it's just the trendy fabric, it's going to be in and out. It's that neutrals have become, I don't want to say acceptable, but it used to be real taboo. People were like, what are you doing with that white couch? What are you doing with, you know, my couch that's fully tan? And people would be like, that's white. No, it's tan. Or like, everything's white. Well, now it's like, that's all you flip and see. People get it. I don't want to say get it, but like, you like what you like. That's kind of always been what I've liked. I really love a moody space. Our basement is very moody and dark and kind of like loungy and totally different vibe, like the whole basement. But I don't know. I want to really do more in the basement this year for Christmas, and now that our bar's kind of done, like really make that look cute for Christmas. So when we do our Christmas video, I might show more of that. But the boucle fabric, the reason it's trending is because it adds texture to these neutral spaces. It's a neutral fabric that goes, but that also, like, you could have a totally white room with these chairs or these pillows, and it gives it a balance. It gives it some like visual comfort, you know what I mean? You look at a room, it either looks good or it does. You know, just the way it makes you feel. That's like all about decorating and things like that. So it's kind of a magic fabric, and it really works. And that's why I think it's having, I don't even want to say a moment, but why it's become this like staple where most brands, most design brands are doing that. And a lot of people that you would see that aren't like real designers, or people that just, I mean, yeah, but people that like might have just like had a blog, like people that were, I don't know, just someone that comments on Decor or comments saying like, oh, boucle, like, ugh, so. But really, when you look at it, it's such like a good decorative element that you wouldn't think, oh, that's a fall thing. But fall, to me, and that's why I'm talking about this, is about texture. You know, throw those, you know, oh, let me put out the fur blankets or the furry pillows. You know, I like a chunky knit throw, and I don't know, just things that just make you feel yummy, you know? That's kind of what it's all about. And these colors that are cozy. You could have a neutral space, but have it be so cozy. So yeah, in our foyer, I have my big spiders. I did buy a web this year, but I could not bring myself to do it. I took it out and I thought, nah, I'm not into it. I just put my spiders up. They're so cute. I've done this for the last several years. It created such a big impact in there, but it's truly just like two pieces that fold up. You know, you fold their legs up every year. And I always kind of like get the chills when I get them out, because I'm like, oh, kind of like the birds made me feel. But it's such an easy thing that packs a huge punch. You know what I'm saying? You know, you can put the bats on the wall. It's so many tiny little pieces, beautiful, but that's not my vibe. I really just like to make a big impact with fewer pieces. Unless we're talking about the porch, because I know I got a lot of crap on my porch, but that's okay. Anyways, moving on. And this is why too, like on the inside of the house, I know right after Halloween I'm gonna want to get into Christmas, and I want that to be exciting. I don't want to have to be taking down all this stuff in the house and then putting out something new. I want my Halloween and my fall decor to be something that can go up in 10 minutes. It can be put up in 10 minutes. It can be put away in 10 minutes, truly, okay? Now our family room, which I don't really show this that much, and it's such a pretty room. It's very comfortable. We usually, is it a mess? I don't know. Yeah, usually there's stuff like all right there, but I cleaned up a little for you guys. Just put these lights just over what was already on the mantle. I just kind of bunched it all up, and it's fun. I like that about Halloween decor. I don't know. I think Halloween decorations are just kind of fun, and at night that glows so pretty. But you can change these. I'm gonna try to find the same lights that I got it last year, but you can change them to all purple, all yellow, or not yellow, all orange. It's just really, really pretty. And then this bat garland and these bats I showed in the video where I had done like, you know, some shopping for Halloween. They don't have this anymore, the exact garland, but I found ones that are pretty exact that are far cheaper. Putting this together, and I just realized I had totally forgotten to film the kitchen and show you guys. I mean, not a big deal. I don't keep a ton of stuff out in here for fall. And it is like real life stuff sitting around. I got dishes, I got things drying. But I have this cute little pumpkin candle holder that I got at Bath & Body Works last year. This is a really good pumpkin candle. I don't know if you guys remember, I'm super picky about pumpkin candles, but I am. They smell, a lot of them just like maple syrup, don't even smell like pumpkin. This is a really good one. The spiced pumpkin and patchouli. I don't know if they still have it, but it's worth checking out. It's a really good one. I'll also link my other favorite pumpkin candle of all time, which is so good. That is the little, this thing, I mean, I found it at Home Goods, you guys. Like, it's not like it's something you can cook with, but it's, you know, you can put stuff in it. I mean, and then this is my little Halloween house that my mom would always sit out when I was a kid. And I love it. It's just mesmerizing. Okay, it's so pretty at night. I really love it. I got my grandma's little wooden pumpkin that she always had out, and then some little goodies over here. My mom brought me these the other day. These are so good from Target, these little maple cookies. And my mom gave me these too. I think she got these at Target. I'll link to those. I got some coffee that I'm about to get down on. Quickly, before we get into the jewelry of it all, because I want to give you that little tip about this jewelry. So fall makeup and stuff, we've done so many videos on it, and again, like, I stick with what works. I make little tweaks, I change things, I add in new products here and there, but yeah, I love, I don't know, fall makeup is just, and the colors and stuff's kind of what I gravitate towards anyways. But if you guys didn't pick this up, this is so, so, so good. Today I didn't even use a bronzer or like contour or anything like that. You can truly use this for everything. And it does give kind of a little warmer glow. So it's not gonna be like a cool, you know, contour. It's gonna kind of have a blushy effect, but I think that's kind of fun and cute. This is the Fox blush, or it's the Flush Balm, and Fox is the color. And it looks really dark, but it is so, so beautiful. I just kind of do it there and there, or really, I mean, that's the area that I do it, and then on my nose. But I take a brush and I just go like that, and then I put it on like that, or you could draw it on. But these are so, so great. They will not break you out. Anything that's this Merit company, that's the whole thing, is it's like cream and stick things that won't break you out. And then I always love sort of more like, I mean, I love a pink lip and a nude, whatever, but this is the vibe. And I really think this is pretty for just like an everyday fall lip. I love a dark lip, a red lip, like for fall. I mean, that's a statement, but this is such a perfect everyday color. My friend got me hooked on this a few years ago. It is the Decor Addict in nude look, and it's truly just like, you can keep it in your purse, and it has kind of just like a lip balm vibe. Do you know what I mean? It's just very comforting. Feels like very nourishing. You know what I mean? Makes your lips feel comfortable. It's comforting. You know what I mean? But that is such a good color. These little pencils that I talked about in a recent video, it was kind of like a haul, and I was talking about them. Well, now that I've used them for a couple weeks, I wanted to kind of tell you about them, but it's the one liner. You can use it anywhere on your face. They come in, I think, 3 colors, a really brown, sort of this like nude natural, and then a pink, which now I kind of want the pink. But you can use them as eyeliner. You can draw them on as blush. This color I used to contour my nose. Not today, but you can put it on your finger and use it as like eyeshadow, a little bit on your brows. Like, it truly is, like, it's safe for all those areas. I used this one, the Work of Art, as my lip liner today, and kind of filled it in before I used that pencil. And I used this one, the darker one today, right under my lash line here. I used like a black liner on my upper lid and just kind of did what I usually do, but you could certainly use this as your eyeliner too. But I've also used the lighter one, which is the one that I used on my lips today, as this little smudge under my eyes too. And they're just really cool and I really like them. They stay put. I do just love something simple that works. You know, I love, and I've always said this over the years, I want the glam. I want to look done. I want all of the effects of a contour and of a, you know, what baking looks like or highlight, whatever, without all the crap and the layers and the production of it all. You know what I mean? Like, you can get that effect a lot easier. And that's kind of my whole vibe. That's what we always do here. Okay, but let's talk about jewelry, okay? So I will link to this little pearl, which was so inexpensive and such an amazing find. It hits right at the perfect spot, but it is adjustable. So, I mean, you could get it just perfect for you. You could wear it much longer, but I didn't have anything like this, and I really love it. I ended up getting this too. This is from Target, actually, and I thought so cute for the holidays, right? 12 bucks, $12.99. So cute. I felt like with your hair up or something, you could do like a cute little updo, like with your hair like up higher or something, and just have like these. It's so cute. And then let's talk about these. So months back, no, I don't even want to say months, but was it? I don't know. I've been wanting something like this for a while, but in a recent video, I told you guys when I was talking about the Melinda Maria stuff, I was like, I've got so many great basic pieces. You know, I got into that brand years ago when I started getting the big hoops, and then, oh my gosh, let me try all the hoops, and then let me, you know, order some necklaces. I've always, you know, ordered all my own stuff. Proud customer. I will gladly give them all my money. Love their stuff. But I was like, I want a pair that looks like diamonds, because they do faux diamonds so beautifully. And so I got these two. So cute. And normally, I mean, I don't wear a lot of stuff in my second home because when I got them done, they didn't do it right. Like, I mean, I got this done literally when I was like 15 in Panama City, like by this guy who was selling hermit crabs. I mean, no judgment, you know, but I mean, I don't know. I mean, maybe, you know, looking back, like I probably would have gone somewhere a little but he did it like, or she, I think it was a guy. And you know, like when you do your second hole, it needs to be up, you know, so that when you wear, like say if you wear 2 studs, you want them to naturally like go up your ear. We know, okay. But instead of that, he did it like just right next to this hole, okay. And so if I can't ever wear like 2 studs, do you know what I'm saying? Or even it looks weird sometimes, like if I have a hoop and then I put on a stud, because then it just looks like 2 earrings just straight. Do you know what I'm saying? It just doesn't look right. But I can do it if I'm wearing hoops, because the hoops look staggered at the bottom. Not necessarily where it is going inside my ear, but it kind of creates the illusion. Oh, and then this is not a piercing. I didn't order this. I think they just threw this in because they're like, this lady is a sucker and spends a lot. No, I'm kidding. These never work on me, but this has actually stayed in. It's cute. And I'm like, I'm going to see if I did used to have a piercing here, and I had one here. I had a lot of strange things happen. Oh, I had 2 up here and then 1 down here. When I worked at the mall in college, I think I worked there for like 3-4 years in college. Conveniently, there was like a piercing pagoda right there. So every now and then I'd be like, hey, you know, having a bad day, let me go, just, you know, do that. You know, and then go to my shift and then have a little pep in my step. But yeah, I made a lot of, I don't want to say bad choices, because now I'm kind of like, that would be cute. But I did let them all grow up, and I'm just like, you know, I was over it, like in my 20s. But I think that's really fun. And like, why even do it when you can get cute things like that? So now I gotta see if they've got other ones. But these were new, and I've gotten into smaller hoops. And it's so funny because used to I was just all about the big hoops, which I love. And I'd be like, gosh, well now when I put in a smaller hoop, I feel like, you know, just like kid earrings or something. But now I'm into the smaller hoop. Okay, it's a whole thing, you guys know. But I've gotten some really good ones from Melinda Maria over this last year. and really love these. Oh, but the reason I got these was right after I'd said that, like I wanted some big chunky diamond hoops that weren't like, ones I could just wear every day like these. I think she posted on her website or on her Instagram, Kyle Richards, because I think she sends her stuff to like not just Kyle Richards, because I'm talking about Kyle Richards, but like Selena Gomez wears her stuff, and like J-Lo, and like huge celebrities, or like, so she's like gotten in with these people. So she's really like, her stuff is like worn by a lot of people. So it's kind of fun when you see someone, you're like, oh. So Kyle Richards was wearing these two together, and I was like, that's exactly the vibe I want. Boom, boom, check out. Let me use my points, which I'll get to in a second. And as I was doing that, I bought a gift for somebody, because that's the thing, the last couple of years, I have bought hoops for people for Christmas and stuff like that. So I had a ton of points. I'll get to that in a second. But I saw these. If you guys saw her opal collection, I have the giant like blue opal earrings. This is the same earring. Don't look at my nails, they're gross. I just took off my fake nails a couple of days ago. Maybe they're not as bad as I think. These are the same ones. It's the same style, but they're just small. Look how beautiful. But they're not the opal ones. They do make them in opal, but these are like the little crystal, looks like little diamonds. Oh my gosh, I love these. But they're just the perfect little size. That's what I like. Like, if you go on a trip or something, I always say that, but it's true. Like, I like a pair of earrings that you could just take and they go with everything. It's just your everyday good earrings. So that's those. And I just saw that she has ones that are my very favorite ones that I first started getting, the ones called big ass hoops. I have them in all different sizes. She makes them now, which is good for me, that has like a dud of a second hole. Or if you don't have a second hole, this is what you need to do. I literally just ordered these this morning, so I'll show them when I get them. But I got them in a smaller size, which I believe are around this size, maybe just a tad bigger, and then like a bigger, hoop size. But it's the earrings, but then it's also another hoop. So it looks like a double hoop. So I would say it looks kind of like this, but maybe one smaller, It's like a big one and a small one, right? And then they go into the same hole. So I was excited about that. Okay, I don't know. I get really excited about jewelry, and I love that brand. If you've ever bought stuff from them, as I had over the years, and I only discovered this maybe like 3-4 months ago, I don't always create a, what am I trying to say? Like an account when I shop from somewhere. A lot of times, you go, and sometimes it doesn't really prompt you to, like maybe they check you out through like the shop app, or, do you know what I'm saying? Like, you just don't need that. So about 3 months ago, I got this email, and you put in your email address and your address when you check out, but you're just not entering a password. Do you know what I'm saying? So I got this email like a couple months ago, several months ago, and it was like, hey, use your points, da-da-da. And I was like, points? So I'm sure I've had points expire that I didn't even use. And I was like, so I clicked, and I'm like, I don't even have an account. So it doesn't matter. Like, they keep up with, so there's like this account that they've got behind the scenes of you. Like, they know what you've bought, right? Through your email address. And so they're racking up your points according to your email address, like associated with your email address, even if you don't have an account. So right now, if you've ever ordered anything from Melinda Maria, go to the website and go to like account, or go to login, okay? And then just enter your email address, and then it'll say like no password or create an account. Create an account. You think you're gonna be like starting fresh, you're not. Create your account, like put in your email or whatever, and then go. This is not sponsored. I know I sound like a nut, I'm just saying, okay? Because you guys are gonna buy these and you might want the discount that you've earned, okay? Just go to your account and then hit like rewards, and it might be like, you have I had a shameful amount of points, okay? And I bought hoops. I mean, you guys have seen everything I bought from them, and I've gotten some necklaces and stuff over the course of like a few years. I bought like, gifts for people, but I'm not kidding. I have gotten so much free stuff. Every time I shop, I'm like, oh, $50, $50 for free, $50 for free. So, but they only let you use one at a time. So what I would do is like, if I want a pair of earrings, like you can't just stack up and get everything for free. You can only use like one reward at a time. So like, I'll get the highest one I can. So like, I'll redeem a $50 reward, and I'll buy like a pair of earrings for like 50, 60 bucks. Like if I have 3 things in my cart, I'll just check them out individually. Do you know what I mean? And then I'll go again and get the second thing that I wanted with another and redeem another thing. And then I get all this stuff and I paid like $20. Do you know what I'm saying? It's amazing, okay? So do that. And when I mentioned this in a video recently, and I got so many DMs from people that are like, I had like $300 worth of points. You know, I had 2,000 points. Like, I can't believe it or whatever. And I'm like, and you didn't even know it. So do that. And guys, enjoy yourselves. Happy fall. Go do some fun stuff. We went to the pumpkin patch this week, which usually we wait until October always to go. But I'm telling you, this last week of September is like sweet spot, okay? As far as like the timeline, I know everyone has their kind of own timeline. And I'm not saying this is right, but I'm saying what I found works for me. August is too hot. September, first, I mean, it's still hot now, you know, I mean, it's getting there. But I like decorating for fall at the end of September, maybe like last week of September, and you can start putting out a little bit of Halloween stuff, and then it's not going, I mean, honestly, like if my whole front yard was done up in Halloween or this, it's a preference, right? Some people really love that. I would get tired of it. I just know myself. So I don't know. I'm sure I'm going to be so sick of that stuff in the family room in a week, but it's fun. We like it. I'm going to leave it up through Halloween. But I think having the full month, obviously, of October, that's a given, okay, to have your decorations out. And then however much of September you want, dabble in it, okay? That's up to you. Do it whenever, okay? But then right after Halloween, November for me is holiday season, because I'm not waiting till after. I am not starting decorating. This is the thing. I am not going to give 3 full months, okay, September, October, and November, to fall, Halloween, / fall Thanksgiving again. Let's put it back out. And then what? Give Jesus 1 month? No. So I like to do like a good 1.5 months for fall, you know, dabble in it a little bit at the end of September, mid-September, all of October. And then after Halloween is holidays. Thanksgiving decor to me, I put out my like little cute like turkeys or little things like when we eat the meal. But the things that I put out for Thanksgiving, even if it's like turkey things in my kitchen or a few like little gilded pumpkins or whatever, that I'm gonna like gilded pumpkins, like just like serving things in the kitchen, right? It's kitchen stuff because it's for Thanksgiving. It goes with the Christmas stuff. And I live in the South. Growing up, like, that's when we always did it. And we'd have these huge Thanksgiving get-togethers, and the Christmas decorations would be out. It's a part of it. You know, it's just a part of the season. I would say Thanksgiving's a day. It's not a season. But holidays, like Christmas, is a season. But some people disagree. One holiday at a time. I'm not waiting and postponing my Christmas cheer for one meal at Thanksgiving, which is Thanksgiving is one of my favorite days of the year. It is one of my favorite holidays. But it's not a decorative holiday, like where I'm gonna put stuff out and do all the things. Maybe like on Thanksgiving, if you're really into like blow ups, you're really into that, like put a turkey out there week of, you know what I mean? But I don't need to see a turkey on your lawn from November 1st through December 1st. I don't want it. See, I'm being judgy of other people. I'm saying myself, I don't want it. I don't want to see it either. Like, let's just, you know, condense it, right? Not all holidays deserve the same amount of time. Not that they don't deserve it, that they're important, but like, come on. Like, let's get real, okay? And then you may totally disagree, and that's fine, because then I disagree with you, and we're still cool. We can kick it. I don't care what you do. I'm just saying that's kind of been a good thing for me. And if you're watching this, you're in decorating and you're like, gosh, all these holidays are right together. That's kind of, I think, a good way to do it, okay? So anyways, you guys, I'm looking at all this fall stuff, but I'm like, now I'm excited. Oh gosh, I'm excited for Christmas. And this is the thing, you guys, it's not even me. Like Brad, there's a Christmas tree in our basement right now, like a little one. He sat up, he like just is sitting on the bar. I'm like, oh my gosh, Brad, like it's a lot, okay? So he's real excited. I don't know, I cannot wait to do all of our Christmas stuff this year. I always think every year, like I'm not buying anything new, but it always looks different. And in my mind this year, it's gonna, I already kind of like feel like what I'm gonna do, and it is gonna be different, and I'm so excited. But I just love it. You know, this time of year, I'm not just saying Christmas or, you know, crapping on fall. I love it, okay? It's just, it's getting me going, you know, it's getting me into the holidays, and I'm so excited. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this. Take my mom's tips, grab a couple of these, see what you think. I'm telling you, I know that they're more expensive. I'm not out of touch. I'm not an idiot. This was like the most I've spent on something in a while, but, and you'd be like, Tiffany, what? And maybe I mean, I probably could have gotten away with like 2 less than what I bought, okay? But you got to think long term. It's not like a taste thing. I've been doing mums since Brad and I had our first like a 1-bedroom like basement garage apartment. Like I had my mom sitting out, okay? I've always wanted that, so that's not gonna change. So I feel pretty secure in spending this, knowing next year I don't have to spend anything on those. Or the next, hopefully. But if you do, take the watering tip and grab these if you're curious. They did take about a week or so to get here, so they're not gonna come the fastest, but I was really excited about those. So anyways, you guys, I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. We have so many fun things coming up. I'm just gonna tell you some things coming up, but I'll wait till the next video, just some updates and stuff, fun things that we're gonna be doing. But you guys, I hope that you're all doing well. Your kids are back in school, you're surviving that, you're just embracing this time of year. So love you guys so much, and I'll see you later. Bye.